Just going back over your career, what are some of the big highlights?
Oh, well, certainly the years with the Seekers were absolutely brilliant. We arrived here in 64. We had our first hits in 65. And reaching number one with our first record was mind-boggling. We didn't expect that to happen at all. And it changed the course of our life, though Tom Springfield then kept producing us and writing wonderful songs.
Yeah.
Georgie Girl being a very big hit because, of course, it was number one in the USA as well as here and in Australia and everywhere. And recently Lynn Redgrave, who starred in the film Georgie Girl, actually wrote a foreword for the book, for the biography. So that was a wonderful thrill to have her do that. So, yeah, and, I guess the major highlight for me was meeting my dear husband, who sadly died in 94, but we had 25 wonderful years of marriage, a lot of lovely concerts. We shared very much musically, a great variety of stuff, becoming a writer and, of course, with his encouragement, attempting all sorts of things with our shows and recordings. Living in all sorts of different parts of the world. Very exciting.
We've talked a lot about your professional career, but what does Judith Durham do when you're not working? How do you relax?
Well, I'm pretty work-orientated, actually. I don't take holidays.
Really?
Yeah, so if I really want to relax, I suppose I just sit in front of the TV occasionally, but or read a magazine. But usually it'll be a program, if I could possibly watch it, it'll be work-related or it'll be health-related or something where it's a worthwhile expenditure of time. I'm very aware time is our most precious commodity, almost more than money now, really. So usually I'm just constantly looking for sources of information or inspiration or just something that's going to benefit me or benefit somebody else. Yeah, one of these days I might put my feet up, but I can't see it coming at the moment.
Yeah, and you mentioned your husband who sadly died a few years ago. Have you come to terms with that now? It obviously left a big hole in your life. Yes,
I do miss Ron very much. I've certainly come to terms with it. I think his attitude was fantastic all through his illness. Motor neurone disease is a pretty terrible illness, really, because it's very fast moving and it's all paralysis of all of our voluntary muscles. So the ability to communicate, of course, because speech is affected very early on in most cases, all that can take place and there's a lot to deal with in a short space of time. But his attitude was very, very positive all the time, and he was concentrating on his spiritual life. And I think that helped me a lot. And, of course, all the wonderful gifts that he gave me just in the way to deal with life and from a music point of view as well as from my own personal difficulties that I used to experience. He helped me enormously. So his warmth and his strength, that will always remain with me, really. So in a sense, there's a gap because he's not physically here, but I'm just concentrating on carrying on that path that we were on together.
Judith Durham, thanks very much for joining us. Have a great birthday in July. Mine's on July the 8th.
Another Ken series.
Yeah, so think about me when you're celebrating.
I shall, yes. And lots of love to everybody listening. Looking forward to seeing you all on my tour. Bye-bye for now, anyway. Thanks, Simon.